Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be continuing on with our Swift programming tutorial series, and in this particular tutorial we are going to be taking a look at protocols in Swift. Now, what are protocols? Well, protocols allow us to create much more readable and flexible code. This gives us the ability to abstract away specific details and then you put them in a common place. So this this is a perfect opportunity to explain the idea of abstraction. Abstraction is a concept in object-oriented programming that allows us to, as the name suggests, abstract away specific implementation details into a more common place, creating a blueprint that other classes or structures has to follow. So a protocol is that blueprint. Inside of these protocols, we have what are often referred to as abstract methods and properties. These do not have concrete implementations. A structure or class must conform to a protocol, and when they conform to that protocol, that class or structure then provides the concrete details. The concrete implementation details. A perfect example that we are going to use in this video for how we can use a protocol is a shape protocol. Everybody knows the concept of a shape, right? Shapes need to have an area, they need to have a perimeter and stuff like that. Those are the two main things a shape needs to have. Well, in this particular video, we're going to create a shape protocol with an area and a perimeter property, as well as a method for displaying the information about any class or struct that implements, or rather conforms to, a protocol. Now, if you're familiar with other languages like C# or Java, you will have heard of interfaces, and protocols are Swift's version of interfaces. So there's no difference really between them. And now that we've kind of explained all that, let's get started with actually writing some code. So in Xcode, I have two new files. Each of these files is empty right now. I have circle, which is going to be a structure that conforms to our shape protocol, and then I have shape.swift. It's, again, an empty file. And this is where we're going to define our protocol. All right, so what we're going to want to do is make sure that I am inside of shape.swift. And what we'll do is we will first create our protocol definition by using the protocol keyword. So protocol shape, and open that up with left and right curly brackets. Now, inside of here is where we put our abstract properties and methods. To create an abstract property, you can say something like this: var area double. So this variable is going to be a double. Left curly brace get right curly brace. Now, the reason why we must provide a type annotation here is because type inference won't be able to know what kind of data you specifically want here, right? You have to specify what data this property is going to store. Under our area, we're going to say var perimeter. Again, this is going to be a double. get like that. Boom. Okay. Okay. And now we will then create an abstract method by saying func display information. Like that. There's no body to any of these necessarily, including the method. Now, that is our protocol. We now have our shape protocol with 3 members. The area property, which is a double, the perimeter property, which is a double, and then our function, our abstract method, display information, that does not return anything. All right, now let's go into circle.swift. Inside of circle.swift, what we're going to do is we're going to create a structure called circle and have it conform to the shape protocol by using the same syntax that we use for inheriting from a class. Now, if you want to implement multiple protocols, you can, and you would do that by separating each name of the protocols you want to conform to with a comma. If you need to inherit from a class as well as conform to a protocol or multiple protocols, just put it into that comma-separated list of names, and Swift on its own will determine what is and isn't a class or protocol. All right? So, to conform to the shape protocol, we need a colon and then shape, like this. Open up that struct, and there we go. Now, we will get an error in Xcode saying, hey, you're not conforming to shape, and that's fine. We will do that here in a second. First, we want to be able to have our basic setup for our structure of a circle. We need a radius, so we'll say var radius colon double, like that. We'll have a initializer, so init radius double, like that. And we'll have self.radius equals radius, like so. And now we will actually implement our properties and our method. Now this is going to be a computed property. These area and perimeter properties are going to be computed properties. So every time that these properties are referred to, the area and perimeter, depending on which one you're referring to in your code, that will get calculated again and again. It doesn't store the value in the actual variable or the property itself, right? So we'll say var area colon double, and then inside of that we will return 3.14 times radius times radius. Okay. Now we will have var perimeter colon double, because perimeter is also a double, and we will return 3.14 times radius times 2. Just like that. Next, we will provide an implementation for our display information method. And to do that, we can say print inside of our print method here. We will say area colon do our string interpolation, and we'll say area. And then perimeter colon string interpolation perimeter, like so. And we will save this. There we go. It should conform now. Okay, we do have an error. Let's take a look and make sure that we actually did this correctly. Yep, struct circle shape. Our radius. Okay. Or area double. Yep. Ah. I see. I made a mistake here. So we will we'll cut that. Func display information, give it a body, and print. There we go. Let's go ahead and save that. And there we go. Now we are actually conforming to our shape protocol. If we save this and we build it, we'll get a build succeeded. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and go into our main Swift file. What? Okay, what is it asking me for? I suppose we'll do that. Okay. This should be okay. We're going to go into our Project Explorer, or rather Project Navigator. We'll go into our main Swift. Go into main. All right. Now, let's create a circle object. So var circle, we'll say it's of type circle, equals a circle. Now, in between these parentheses here, to make sure that we have our initializer, we will put radius of, say, 10. All right, there we go. We can print our circle.area. We can then print circle.perimeter. And we can print, or rather not even print, because display information doesn't return anything. We can just say circle.display information. Go ahead and save your code and run it. Let's go ahead and go into our debug area here. Go into our console. We get our area here, and we get our perimeter. and then we get our information. So that pretty much does it for protocols in Swift. Thank you all so very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.